Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, equality in the election.
So I think this is really a win for democracy.
The fight over 48 hours that could give more people a chance to vote.
And we're working for you this election to break down where the candidates stand on the issues.
I want to continue to serve the citizens of this great city.
Our conversation with Mayor Sherman Lee as he runs for re-election.
The Winter Walk of Lights is coming back to Explore Park. We'll tell you about the changes you can expect to see at Illuminites to keep you safe coming up.
Well, good evening. You now have more time to register to vote, but the new deadline is quickly approaching. As we've reported, a line worker accidentally cut a cable which shut down the online voter registration site for part of the day yesterday.
A civil rights organization filed a lawsuit, and Attorney General Mark Herring proposed a 48-hour extension that was approved.
We were working with some really unusual circumstances, and we did it in a way that protects people's right to vote and maximizes the number of people who can vote.
Some of us are procrastinators. We wait till the last day, and it's like, well, here I know it's my last day, and now the cable's been cut and we can't get on the internet. So it's very important that this timeline was extended.
You can register by mail, in person, or online.
And as we get closer to this election, we're working for you to break down who will be on your ballot and where they stand on issues like jobs, gun violence, and race inequity.
We're starting with our series with the race for Roanoke's mayor. And today, the two candidates faced off for debate, looking at the issues that are important to you. Tonight, 10 News reporter Lindsay Kennett sits down with Mayor Sherman Lee as he runs for re-election.
After 4 years in office, Roanoke City Mayor Sherman Lee says he's ready for 4 more.
I want to continue to serve the citizens of this great city.
When it comes to jobs, bringing in businesses, and economic development, Lee says he collaborates with other localities and gets input from citizens. Bringing the Mass General Store to the old Hieronymus building and hosting a business summit are just a couple accomplishments. Plus, promoting small businesses is a priority.
We have the challenges of COVID-19, but we're doing a good job even in that. We're still opening businesses. Small businesses are still happening in our city.
Lee says building a new bus station downtown will also promote economic development.
That will bring jobs to the city. And the important thing about that is it gives people access to come downtown to get to jobs.
At a time when protests call for social justice and police reform, Lee wants to make it clear.
This council is not in favor of defunding police.
He does want to focus on community policing to foster better relationships. And he acknowledges that there is systemic racism. So he's proud of a youth basketball league he helped found where kids can play with police officers to build trust. But he wants to take a hard look at equity in Roanoke.
Any decision, we're going to make sure that we look at who does it help and who does it hurt.
The gun and gang violence plaguing the Star City can't be ignored.
It's like a cancer. You have to eradicate it or move it or to continue to drift out and spread.
Lee sits on the gun violence task force and worked closely with police to crack down on criminals in the recent Operation Street Sweeper. 212 warrants were served and 138 people were apprehended.
We're not sitting on our hands down here. We're taking some action.
Lee's message to voters:
that we go forward, not look back, but go forward.
In Roanoke, Lindsay Kennett, 10 News, working for you.
Tomorrow, we'll show you our conversation with Lee's opponent, former Mayor David Bowers.
And you only have until tomorrow to be counted in the 2020 census. A Supreme Court ruling clears the way for the count to end this week. The census website reports 99.9% of Virginians have been counted. About 70% filled out the information themselves. A Radford political science professor says even a 0.1% difference, however, could have a large effect.
It's not just about redistricting or coming up with assured numbers, but this actually has huge effects on grants to, local businesses. It tells us, where we should be building schools.
If you have not filled it out yet, you can send it in by mail tomorrow. You can also fill it out online before 6 a.m. on Friday. We have the link at WSLS.com/census.
Construction continues in downtown Lynchburg. Crews are working on the Main Street Renewal Project, replacing nearly 2,000 feet of water and electric lines. Next will be new sidewalks and repaving the street. The project's manager says they're 2 months ahead of schedule.
Making really good progress. We are hoping to open the 800 block before Thanksgiving. So that's our short-term goal.
They hope to open the 1,000 block by Christmas, then the 900 and 1,100 blocks before next June. COVID has taken a toll on the restaurant industry, but today a popular one reopened. Downtown Roanoke's Beamer's is back in business. The restaurant has been closed since the pandemic began back in March. Along with classic menu items, there will now be new things to enjoy like milkshakes, truffle fries, and specialty burgers. Management says they're happy to see most of their staff members return.
60% are returning staff, 40% are new staff. Of course, some have chose to move on to other things, but we're just again happy to have our doors open and be making milkshakes for all of Roanoke.
And the restaurant will offer takeout, curbside pickup, and delivery.
A show of support for seniors at Rockbridge County High School.
We were still thinking about them and we hadn't forgotten them.
What the teachers passed out to the class of 2021 to brighten their day.
And later in sports, the Stag Bowl is coming back to Salem. Now, along with the games that will be back in the region and the other sports that's returning.
You're looking at a live picture from our Roanoke Blacksburg Airport sky cam. Few clouds around, otherwise a whole lot of blue skies. Today was gorgeous. I will, however, let you know when clouds and the chance for some rain returns coming up in your forecast.
In your Feel Good VA tonight, many students are still mostly or partially virtual, but schools are still trying to find a way to keep the spirit alive.
And that's exactly what Rockbridge County High School did this afternoon. This caravan, all dedicated to the seniors. Class of 2021 decorated their cars in Wildcat colors and style and held a parade.
Oh, that sounds fun. Students have been virtual since the start of the year, and this was a way to make sure the seniors felt special.
Wanted to give the seniors a chance to see that we still appreciated them and that we had them in mind, and we wanted to show them a little bit of love this afternoon.
Hey, they had great weather for this today. Each piece of candy had a special message on it to encourage the kids.
And today's fun is part of the high school's Spirit Week celebrations. And the Walk of Winter Lights is back for a second season.
And we just hope that this is a tradition that people can keep on for years to come.
The changes both in attractions and pandemic safety that you'll see before you even arrive.
Well, after last year's success, we are excited to announce that Illuminites is returning for its second season.
Yeah, WSLS 10 is once again a very proud sponsor of the Winter Walk of Lights. 10 News reporter Jessica Jewell tells us about the dazzling displays to expect and how Explore Park is pulling it off in a pandemic.
The lights are twinkling here at Explore Park as preparations for Illuminites are well underway. Over the next few weeks, this will transform into a winter wonderland and a new experience focused on keeping your family safe. Crews are hard at work setting up displays that are sure to dazzle once again this year. More than 500,000 lights shining bright. Some of last year's favorites, but some new sparklers too.
We have new themes. We have Over the River, we have Through the Woods, we have our fantasy area with some cool interactive displays, and then we also have our Christmas traditions area. We'll have a lot of the things we had last year, but we do have some new displays of lights, and it's going to be great this year.
Those aren't the only changes changes you can expect. The Winter Walk of Lights will also look much different because of the pandemic. You must purchase tickets in advance, arrive during your assigned 30-minute time slot, wear a face mask, and social distance. Illuminites will also be 15 days longer this year, a 41-night event.
We're expanding the nights not only for the safety of everyone, but also to give people more of an opportunity to come out and see the light show.
To follow COVID guidelines, some of last year's activities won't be back, but you can still expect things like marshmallow roasting and the artisan market featuring 50 local vendors, bringing Explore Park to life with holiday spirit despite the pandemic.
Last year was amazing. We had so many people come out and enjoy the event, and we just hope that this is a tradition that people can keep on for years to come.
We have everything you need to know about tickets and timing on our website, WSLS.com. In Roanoke County, I'm Jessica Jewell, 10 News, working for you.
So mark your calendars. The tickets go on sale on Monday.
Yeah, Illuminites is also in need of volunteers to cover more than 700 shifts. You can sign up to help with everything from guest services to marshmallow roasting on their website.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Hi there, friends. I'm meteorologist Jeff Hanowich. All is quiet on the radar for us. High pressure is still ruling the roost. It's bringing us fair weather. It's going to continue to do just that here through about half of the day tomorrow. Let's show you future tracker. And again, tonight we are looking at skies fair. Okay, so we head into tomorrow starting out with sunshine, but by day's end tomorrow we're going to have more clouds around. Clouds are actually going to thicken for us, I think, after about 2 o'clock. So we head into tomorrow evening, we will have some spotty showers around. As we head into Friday, we're going to have some scattered showers around. May get a little bit of a break in the morning on Friday before we actually have the actual front itself move through here as we head midday on. So tomorrow night, spotty showers, break Friday morning, another chance for scattered showers as we head into Friday afternoon, perhaps even lasting into Friday evening. Don't think we're going to see a ton of rain out of this, but this is going to be a type of storm system where it is going to pull in much colder air behind it. All right, so going to have some scattered off and on showers with this strong cold front. Colder air is going to follow, and the winds are going to pick up a bit too as we head late Friday night, even into part of the day on Saturday. As I said, this is not going to be an enormous rainmaker for us. I would say most of us here are going to see anywhere from about 1/10 of an inch to maybe 1/4 of an inch of rain. The higher rainfall totals should be east of our viewing area towards the Tidewater area, where they could see up to around 1/2 inch of rain and maybe even a couple of rumbles of thunder. We've got Virginia Tech hosting Boston College. Kickoff Saturday evening at 8. First quarter temperature, upper 40s, falling into the middle 40s by the fourth quarter. Coats are going to be needed, but skies are going to be clear for the big game at Lane Stadium this weekend. Temperatures right now stand around 71 in Roanoke. It is even warmer south and west of us, but look at what's going on in International Falls, Bismarck, and Billings. That's where we have colder air. This front's going to move through here, and when it does, it's going to pull in this colder air from Canada and allow temperatures to fall into the 50s and 60s this weekend with lows in the 30s and 40s. So come tomorrow, or I should say tomorrow morning and Friday morning, not going to have any frost at all. Not happening Thursday morning or Friday morning. But if we can get the wind to calm Saturday morning, could have some patchy frost, and I think there's an even better chance for some frost here, especially in the mountains as we head into Sunday morning. For tonight, clear, cool, overnight lows 40s and lower 50s. So we look ahead now for the next about, say, 48 hours across the Roanoke Valley, or I should say the New River Valley. Temperatures in the middle 70s Thursday, falling into the 50s on Friday. Going to be dry in the highlands tomorrow. Going to have a better chance for at least some rain on Friday. South side near 80 tomorrow, falling in the low to mid 60s on Friday. For Lynchburg, you're looking at highs in the upper 70s Thursday, lower 60s Friday and Saturday. Temperatures do rebound early next week. And for Roanoke, dry tomorrow, scattered showers Friday, mostly sunny Saturday, Sunday, more clouds and the chance for a couple more showers as we head into early next week. John.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Breaking news just into our newsroom tonight. A person is in the hospital after a stabbing in Lynchburg. It happened on Peace Street, not far from Robert Payne Elementary School. No word on the person's condition right now. This is a story that we will continue to follow and bring you the very latest tonight on 10 News at 7 and on our website, WSLS.com.
All right, thank you, John. We'll take you to Buchanan as they spruce up the athletic facilities there. And we'll break down the Cavs challenge at Wake Forest. All that and more is coming. Sports is next.
student athletes because we've been talking about it forever since I first started coaching here. Obviously, I'm not coaching at the moment, but when I first started coaching here, we'd always talk about how, oh, it'd be nice if we got a new track, it'd be nice if we got a new track. And we got some really good kids, we got some really good student athletes, and they came down here and they loved it from the time that they stepped foot on it.
James River High School cut the ribbon on a new state-of-the-art all-weather 6-lane track this afternoon. Planning began more than a year ago, and athletic director Vincent Wyatt says construction took just about 3 months to complete. A great investment for the school and the community. They're calling it 6 lanes of pride. College football now. It's an early crossroads game for the Cavaliers. UVA, losers of 2 in a row, heading to Winston-Salem to battle the Demon Deacons. It doesn't take a mathematician to understand why UVA's off to a 1-2 start. They've been outscored 34-0 in the first quarter this season, including 14-0 in Saturday's loss to NC State.
We're playing with more urgency and more focus once we're behind. It can't take us to be behind to play without urgency and focus.
UVA's bounce-back formula will be complicated by a quarterback variable. Starter Brennan Armstrong is in concussion protocol, but backup Lyndall Stone is a constant. In his 4th season with the program, he has the full support of his teammates.
It's one of the guys who does everything and all the little things that other people completely overlook. And for me, Lyndall's one of our great captains. Even if he's not considered to be one of our captains, he does everything that's needed. He supervises the younger guys. He helps the older guys stay in line. And it makes sense because Lyndall is literally the dad of the team.
UVA's job this week is deciphering a 1-2 Wake Forest team that has the same 2 losses as they do, Clemson and NC State. The Deacs have been off since a 66-14 smacking of Campbell on October 2nd.
It's like a methodical offense and patience in the RPO and everything that they try to get going. So it's, as linebackers, run fits, and as D-line, run fits is going to be a big deal for us, and then obviously stopping the deep ball. So.
And the NCAA is returning to the Valley in force to the tune of 16 national championship events in the coming years, including the crown jewel of the Division III championships, the Amos Alonzo Stagg Bowl, which of course spent 25 years in Salem. It returns in 2023 for the 50th annual game. Also coming to the Valley in 2023, you know I know about the Mats, right? The Division III Wrestling Championships. They'll be hosted by Ferrum College at the Berglund Center after they successfully held that event in 2019. You can find a complete list of the championships coming up on our website. We got news and notes for you. LSU Florida has been moved to December 12th. Nick Saban of Alabama has tested positive for COVID. Big game with number 2 Alabama, number 3 Georgia this weekend, so we'll keep you posted. Cam's rejoining the Patriots. Dodgers-Braves Game 3 is underway. Dodgers already up 1-0. 3 little words, 1 big highlight. We'll cut it out. Derrick Henry handing Josh Norman the proverbial Heisman with authority. This is the out of my kitchen, I'm cooking mama's chili. Now, I was trying to get coffee earlier today. Lindsey Ward, same thing. Get down, Apichello. You will wait for me. Worthy of your cut it out.
We're pretty serious about coffee time around
here.
You
are. You don't mess around.
Well, you don't get in front of Lindsay if she's on her way to something.
No.
She owns the path to whatever it is she wants.
No.
Nightly news coming up next.
We'll see you back here at 7.